This is Nithya Ramachandra from the NR Hour Sports Show. This is episode 864, alongside one of our co-hosts, Kia Lyons, for the show, and we're joined by a really special guest. His name is David Meltzer. He's an author, speaker, and he's big. He's involved with the sports, and he's a big business person. He trains online with people and helps people out every day. So it's truly an honor to have David on the show today. And first of all, how are you and your family doing?
Everybody's doing great. Just such a blessing to, live at this time when so many things are, so much opportunity. That's what I see, especially in the sports and business world, as things are coming back online and we have the Olympics on TV and
Yeah.
our professional sports are really starting to take off again. People have a hunger, a demand that we've never seen before for live sports, which really excites me. And now they have an invigorated appetite for digital content as well. So both bode well for my future and my family's future.
Hmm. So,
David, your story is such an incredible story. Walk us through how your entire journey in the sports industry came to be.
Yeah, I think one of the most common questions, I ran the most notable sports agency in the world,
yeah.
a place called Lee Steinberg Sports Entertainment. They based the movie Jerry Maguire about our firm. And then I partnered with Warren Moon, the Hall of Fame quarterback, and we built a global marketing company specifics to sports, sporting events, entertainment events, and celebrity and charity. Over the last 3.5 decades working in sports has been a blessing, but it's been in fact, Jerry Maguire, the movie, is indicative and aligned with my philosophy of sports, where most people think Jerry Maguire may be your favorite sports movie, when actually it's a love story
Mhm.
that is and has a backdrop in sports. Well, I've taken the same philosophy that, I went to law school, I worked in technology, always with a charitable purpose or cause in mind to make a lot of money, to help a lot of people and have a lot of fun. But I've used sports as a backdrop to real business, to making money in a variety of ways, whether it be in today's digital realm of crypto and NFT, or whether in the old days of traditional media, radio, print, and TV. Even building my own brand. I have several TV shows in the entrepreneurial space where I intertwine sports, billionaires, millionaires, owners, celebrities, athletes, and entertainers into elevator pitch, a pitch show with Entrepreneur Magazine, 2-minute drill, which has a sports theme to it, obviously, which is on Bloomberg and Amazon. And then even I have the very first late night show for sports entrepreneurs. I have a podcast called The Playbook, and I think we're on about the same episode. I think I'm on episode 864 as
Oh, wow.
well.
Nice.
Congrats.
Yeah, and but
Amazing.
we just licensed our show,
Yeah.
The Playbook Sports and Entertainment, to Blue Wire. So we have a studio at the Wynn Hotel in Las Vegas. They're right off the lobby. We have a studio at SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles with the new stadium, and of course my own studio. So the evolution has occurred not by looking or attaching my emotions to an outcome. I stopped doing that when I decided that I couldn't be a professional athlete, and I started attaching my emotions or my intention on my skills, my knowledge, and my desire, as sports is a backdrop to everything I do.
Hmm. So I want to ask you, obviously you've done a lot of stuff in the business, and what's it like helping people every day? Because I see you on Instagram Live every day, helping these people with how to go about their business and how to improve every day in life. So what's it like just to have that platform to help people out like in everyday life?
I think the main thing is, and I try to encourage everyone to be kind to their future self by doing good deeds, by being abundant, by living in a different world. When you can live in the world that everything comes through you, as I do, and it took a lot of years, so I don't expect 25-year-olds to walk the streets of Calcutta and give everything that they have to everyone. But to make an effort every day, whether it's 2 minutes a day, that's still worth more than 2 hours on a Saturday. Whatever the amount of time that you have to be of service or of value to others. I'm just blessed in this period of my life to be in a position where not only I have the economic resources to provide value every day on Instagram, LinkedIn, webinars, and I do 7 days a week. I have free trainings. I've been doing free trainings for over 20 years,
Wow.
every Friday for over 20 years. And I don't think I might have missed a Friday, but did it on Thursday, but I don't think I've missed a week to do a free training for over 20 years. And my trainings involved, you know, pragmatic things like how to sell, how to get a client, keep a client, how to, you know, transition interest to, you know, mommy issues, how to manifest what you want, worthiness training. So I complete a realm of pragmatic training, currencies of money, how to make money, keep money, give money, but also the currency of faith. And I have learned through the years to use that blend of currencies to help other people. And IG Lives every morning is one of the things that I do to do that. And hopefully my actions will encourage others to do the same.
Well, I love it. I think sports it unites, and it's such a driving force. And when it's used for good, I think it's just incredible. I love the philanthropic work that you do. I would love to hear about one of the most personal experiences that you've had giving back to your community or to anyone in need.
Yeah, for me, the most significant is very apparent. When I turned 50 years old, I am the chairman of Unstoppable Foundation, and the founder, Cynthia Kersey, who's 10 years older than me but looks 10 years younger. She founded the charity when she was 50 years old. She was looking for something to give back to, and so she had a birthday party when she was 50 to raise money to start the foundation. 10 years later, I was turning 50, and I decided that I travel around the world, and at that time it was pre-COVID, so I travel over 200 days around the world. And I decided that I would do one birthday party a week for 50 weeks when I turned 50 to raise money for the Unstoppable Foundation to build villages, hospitals, schools, and more specifically, in honor of my family, to build community centers to merge the gap of the younger generations in Kenya, in the Bagani and the Maasai with the older generation culture, the technology with the culture and the values and the wisdom of the older people. And so it was very significant. We raised millions of dollars. We built, you know, schools, villages, hospitals, organic farms, but I got to build 2 community centers in my family's name that are there. And I will tell you, out of anything I ever have done, it was the most difficult giving thing I've ever done. I underestimated what it's like to have a birthday party every week, to be on, to have to, you know, celebrate yourself for 50 straight weeks. It may sound cool,
You're a
but I will
self-love master too.
Oh my God. It was the most exhausting experience of my entire existence. I had parties in Finland, in Japan. I had parties in Africa. I had parties in New York and Washington and Oregon. It was crazy. And everybody treated it was like my first birthday. You know what I mean? Like it was this special birthday. So one piece of advice, I love to give situational knowledge or dummy tax. Before, I called it the 50 for 50 because I'm a sports guy, right? And I've done some 30 for 30s, like the actual Run Ricky Run I've worked on and several others, but I called this the 50 for 50. Somebody asked me would I do a 60 for 60. I said, I'm just going to write a check myself because I can make more money with the effort I put in. So I'd rather just give millions of dollars than have 60 birthday parties for myself.
Well, that's an incredible story.
Yeah,
it was fun.
That's amazing. I want to wish you congratulations on all your success and continued success, because it's amazing and it's a beautiful, beautiful thing to share this moment with you. So thank you so much.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. So I want to ask you, did you ever think you would have been in this position? Because it takes a lot of hard work for everyone to get to where they want to be. And for you, what's it like to be a 3-time international best-selling author, top 100 business coach? You have a magazine out there, podcast. You were recognized by a magazine, and you have a podcast out there, and you were named the best, and you got an award, Ellis Island Medal of Honor. So what's it like to be in this position and just to have those accolades? And did you ever think you could have been in this position before?
You know, I grew up so poor. All I wanted to do was buy my mom a house and a car. That's it. I just wanted to be. I was 5 years old. I get choked up thinking about it. I told my mom, I'm going to make $1 million
Oh,
and I'm going to buy you a house, a car, and retire.
hmm.
Obviously $1 million probably meant a lot more when I was 5 years old in 1973. And to even think that that would buy my mom a house, a car, and retire me. But for me, I shifted my paradigm and my perspective in my 30s. And I shifted it to enjoy the consistent, everyday, persistent, without quit pursuit of my own potential. So instead of attaching, as I had for the first 35 years of my life, all my emotions to outcomes where I ended up being disappointed, empty, and unfulfilled, I now had learned to find the light, the love, and the lessons in everything that I did.
Hmm.
And once I learned to detach my emotions from these outcomes, all of these extraordinary accolades in my life. I mean, I've been knighted. I won the Variety Magazine Sports Humanitarian of the Year, Ellis Island Medal of Honor. I, own, sports franchises and esport teams. I mean, just the list goes on. And if somebody would have told me when I was 5 that I would live this life, I would say, I think you got the wrong guy. But
Hmm.
if you tell me I'm going to live this life, I'll do everything I can to make it happen. And that's the key to life. I have 3 rules and I pass them on to my children. 1, do your best.
Hmm.
2, learn lessons. And 3, have fun. And I think people make their lives so complicated, or, all these goals and milestones that people look for. I said, I promise you, if every day you do your best, you learn lessons and you have fun, you will go far past where you ever dream if you attach your emotions to an outcome.
Wow.
Amazing. You are incredible at creating success. What are the keys to your creating balance on an everyday basis for yourself?
Great question. Because I believe there is no true balance. It's always a weighted balance. So I think
Right.
first is to realize, what am I going to weight my balance of my life? And so for me, I have 5 daily practices, which I'm happy to send to everyone with my books as well. So I'm going to give my email right now, david@dmeltzer.com. So these 5 daily practices changed my life. 1, I know my what every day,
Yeah.
personally, experientially, giving, productivity wise, and receiving. What do I want to do in each of those realms? Once I take inventory of that, I then know my who, meaning who can help me.
Right.
Radical humility came late in my life, where I realized the fastest way to get to where I wanted was to ask someone for directions that was already there. And then the second who is, who can I help? So
Right.
not only who can
Yeah.
help me, but who can I help? 3, know your how. How am I going to get it done? Through productivity, accessibility, and gratitude. Studying my calendar, what I have planned, what I don't have planned in my sleep. The 4th one is critical. Know your now. See, the difference between successful, passionate, purposeful, and profitable people is they get things done. And 100% of the things you do now get done. So in order to determine what I should do now, or to have some sort of impetus, catalyst, or inspiration or motivation to do things, you have to know your what, your who, and your how. Then you can prioritize by importance what to do. And so do it now, or knowing your now is so important. And then finally, the biggest shift in my paradigm was to apply my why.
Mhm.
So many people are searching for their why. I know my why. My why is to help and to be of service of others. My why is to do my best and to learn lessons and to have fun. So I apply my why to my what, my who, my how, and my now, and it expands and accelerates, aggregates upon itself. It utilizes Einstein's, compounding of the rule of 72. Everything keeps doubling in my life, in the positive, not the negative.
Hmm. Wow.
Love it. I'm blessed. Thank you. Thank you for that.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
so I want to ask you a couple more things before we let you go, but I want to ask you this, a really important discussion on, I want to talk to you about like mental issues with athletes, because I think you pertain well to this. And Simone Biles, for example, she backed out of the Olympics. And what advice would you give these like certain athletes that are going through a lot? And how can you, what can you tell them to how to cope with these situations if they want to stay, if they want to continue playing, or if they step back? What kind of advice would you give them, those kind of athletes?
Yeah, so I do mindset coaching for some of the biggest well-known athletes in the world still
Yeah.
today. And so what I always talk about is knowing what you have control of. Usually when people have mental health issues, if it's not biochemical, if it's some sort of mindset related mental health issue, it stems from looking outside of ourselves. So I start by giving the advice of let's look inside of ourselves to see what meaning that we're giving to things outside of ourselves. See, you can't find outside of yourself what you can't find inside of it. So I utilize a reminder, a recollection, a remembrance that one, we have control of our mindset. The chaotic changes and circumstances and pressure that you perceive outside of you don't exist when you realize that you have control of your mindset. You have control of your heart set, meaning how you feel.
Mhm.
And then finally effectuating the pragmatic conscious continuum so that they execute on the mindset that they want to have in the heart set that they want to feel in order to create an optimization of their activity or optimization of the performance that they're going to give, regardless of COVID, regardless of the Olympic crowds or no Olympic crowds, regardless of Twitter and IG and all the social pressure and media and truly abuse that some of these athletes take. Once they realize that I can't find inside of me what I can't see outside of me, and they take control of the mindset, the heart set, and execute on the conscious continuum, they then start again on the right path, the right trajectory to optimize the extraordinary athletic ability that they've been blessed with.
Wow.
That's amazing. And I also love the advice that you give to have fun. What are some quick ways that you recommend to just break away every day or something planned that's quick and easy to have fun?
Well, first of all, make it a non-negotiable.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I make non-negotiables every day and know that 2 minutes a day is worth more than 2 hours on a Saturday. So I have a minimum of 30 minutes a day that I vacation every day. And
Nice.
so when I have a non-negotiable of vacation every day, I make my vacation plans and they're there. That's non-negotiable. It comes before many other things, conference calls and interviews and all of those things. If I have in my calendar, I'm taking the 55 Ford Thunderbird for a 30-minute drive to the beach and back, top down, sunning what's left of my hair. That's what I'm
Absolutely.
doing. So I think people just don't create non-negotiables for fun. And then too, the mindset, like I said, I look, right? I seek light, love, and lessons in everything. So YouTube, for example, anybody can meet somebody and say, oh, I'm looking for what's missing, what I don't like, whatever. All my most intimate relationships, everyone, I'm looking to have fun. I'm looking to see how I
Right.
can have fun with you two on this interview. And I'm seeking that. So fun is a mindset. It's an attitude that creates an aptitude. And I think you should give it a minimum amount of time every day. Remember the mathematical equation of luck. It applies to everything, including fun. Attention, meaning what you focus in on, plus intention, which means what you think, say, do, and believe, equals the coincidences in our life. Attention plus intention equals coincidence. That's how you become lucky and happy, is create coincidences, and everybody will think you're lucky, but you can control those through focus, attention, and intention.
Hmm. So
It's already in my agenda. I appreciate it. Non-negotiable vacation on the daily.
yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. So before we get to the last two things, I want to ask you, where can people find your podcast, the Game Time Decision, and your book also, and also the Elevator Pitch, which is your podcast, and the Game Time, which is your book.
Yeah. So the Playbook is my podcast and it's on everywhere, right? Spotify, it's featured. Castbox, it's featured. iTunes, it's featured. Entrepreneur's Elevator Pitch, you can find with Entrepreneur on Cheddar. 2 Minute Drill and Office Hours on Bloomberg TV. I have the first late night entrepreneur show on Bloomberg and on Amazon Prime Video. All my books, just email me. I'll give them to you, david@dmeltzer.com. Just email me for the 5 daily practices. I got templates I can give you. I have a search engine. If you forget all of that, just Google me. I'm everywhere, David Meltzer. You Google me, you'll find me anywhere, but david@dmeltzer.com. You can email me. It's a perfect way to get in touch.
Wow.
Thank you so much, David.
So,
Awesome. Thank you.
so the last two
Appreciate
things
you.
here, our team is part of this foundation. It's called the Hugh Jackson Foundation. We're trying to help him prevent human trafficking, making sure the community stays safe and the kids stay safe. So I'll send you guys the foundation so you can go check it out. And
Yeah, very well. I love it. I work with the Deliver Fund too in the United States, and very critical business and life issue for everyone. I don't think people realize how huge of an issue human trafficking is and how many people suffer because of it today. It's not a minimalized thing. It's so many thousands of children each year, thousands and thousands are taken and abused. So thank you for doing your work.
thank you. And the last
And
thing,
thank you.
yeah, thank you. And the last thing here, would you like to say anything to all the nurses, doctors, and essential workers right now?
Absolutely. Of course, I'm going to say thank you to all the first responders for everything that they do and everyone that has been of service for our country and for the world. But the only message I have to everyone, including those first responders, is remember, be kind to your future self and continue to do good deeds. You will benefit greatly. Your life will change. Be kind to your future self and do good deeds. This is David Meltzer, David at D. Meltzer. This has been an extraordinary show. I appreciate my new friendship with both of you. Thank you for your time.
Yeah, thank
Thank
you
you.
guys for setting this up. Shout out to your team for setting this up. So this officially wraps up episode 864 with entrepreneur, author, speaker, big into the sports industry. Also, he's a podcaster. Go follow him in all social media formats. He does everything. Man, this has been an honor, and thank you again for coming on. And keep up the great work, David. Man, you're one of the best out there, in my opinion. So
Oh, appreciate it.
Incredible.
yeah,
Thank you, Kia. Thank you, Nathan.
Thank
I
you.
look forward to doing more. Take care.
yeah, thank you.
Take care.
Bye bye.